I'm retiring after 37 years at today's TMJ4. Joining me now, Father Peter Mitchell, a Wauwatosa native. I met him in the Vatican when I was there for Pope John Paul's death and his funeral. We were just talking 10 years ago. Boy, time has just flown by.
Hard to believe. I lost all my hair. I think you kept yours.
Well, I tell you, mine's now white and fading at the same time. But, you know, what was it about Pope John Paul II that made him so special? Because he was beloved.
I think it was his connection with so many people. Every person he met, he believed that they reflected God in a unique way, and he tried to call greatness out of them, and especially the young people, especially those who are sick and suffering, and he really gave a message of hope to the world that they're not alone as they carry their burdens, and that was why so many people resonated with him.
I vividly remember what it was like to be at the Vatican during that 7-day stretch, and when I first got there the night the Pope died, you could still get easy access in and out of St. Peter's Square, but by day 3, the place was just packed.
Those days were extraordinary, Mike, in the way so many thousands, really hundreds of thousands of people came. It's estimated his funeral was the most watched event in human history. So many people came to show love for him, and those days were so amazing. I actually wrote a book about the days there called John Paul II, We Love You, that kind of recounts the history of those days, and many people gave testimony. So I wanted to give you a copy of this as a kind of a tribute to your being over there and remembering those amazing days in April 2005.
I look forward to reminiscing and reading your book. You were there for how many years?
About 5 years as a student doing my doctorate, and of the entire time that I was in Rome, those days remain the most remarkable, extraordinary moments, and so many people came to bear witness to John Paul II's greatness.
And what are you doing now?
I'm pastor up in Greenville near Appleton, and big parish, lots of young families, and just love working with kids. In every parish that I've been since John Paul died, I've started a youth group named after him in some way and invited the kids to learn about him and just his call to become the greatest version of yourself. His call to greatness is what he really believed young people needed to hear, and I've always found they resonate with that message and really embrace his call to be not afraid was his constant refrain to us.
And I remember you telling me when we chatted in Rome that for many people, Pope John Paul was the only pope they knew.
Absolutely. I never knew any other pope well into my 30s. And I think he still remains, for a lot of people, when you think of the Pope, he's the one that kind of just spread the love of Jesus and the message of the faith, and really beyond the walls of the Catholic Church to many other people as well, giving them hope and faith.
And in your case, as I recall, you said that he was the Pope when you were baptized, confirmed, and ordained.
Exactly. And then when he passed away, I really felt like my spiritual father died. I keep a picture of him on the wall in my office, and the picture of when I met him that you showed on the clip earlier.
Yeah, from in Denver.
So every morning I think of him and I kind of ask him to pray for me, and I really feel like he's watching over us now in a new way from the Father's house.
Yeah, well, it is great to see you again. I thank you so much for the book. I look forward to reading it, and just keep up the good work.
Thanks, Mike. Great to be with you. Father
Peter Mitchell of Wauwatosa, now serving up in Greenville in Outagamie County. And you can watch more of these interviews online, tmj4.com/Mike Jacobs.